mystic, strange.
Welcome. Aries.
As the expected levels of energy get sucked away and drop for no apparent reason, it may look like the gas tank is leaking. The operation is slowed down by strains that come and go. This is like trying to run while wearing cement overshoes, which pulls things backward. If you give everyone a little bit more time, they will all get where they need to go. Sparks fly when it's hard to zero in on problems, which makes people angry and makes them handle the situation roughly. Hasty mistakes are hard to fix, and the benefits of doing something over and over again are best attributed to experience. The atmosphere is itchy and tense, and it's not the best time to set up foundations for things that need to be stable.
Taurus.
There is a chance that romantic or marital relationships will be given a second chance at this time. You do not have a tendency to be possessive or jealous in your current marriage or love relationship, and you certainly do not want your partner to behave in this manner. You try to avoid situations that aren't interesting to you and look for ways to bring spontaneity and new experiences into the partnership. You are hoping that your significant other will give you enough personal space as well as opportunities for independence and self-expression. Despite the fact that this is only a passing phase, it may encourage you to let go of your insecurities and break down the rigid structures of the past. This will allow the relationship to re-establish itself on more stable and equal footing in the future.
Gemini.
You won't trip over any of your stitches in the coming days if you carefully pick up each stitch on a consistent basis. If not, keep an eye out for entanglements in small print and minor details that loom larger if you ignore them. The satisfaction of a job well done awaits you, but only after you complete it. You'll have it locked up tight if you're ahead of expectations. Also, the difficulty focusing on what you want is universal, so don't try to pin down other people's or your own orders too tightly, as no one has as firm a grip as usual. If you can postpone a decision, do so, because whatever you do will be a part of this uncertainty later on, and this moment may stick with you longer than you would like.
Cancer.
The day is marked by big appetites and taking a big bite out of life, which means you should dive right in, but be careful not to over-satisfy whatever need you are attempting to fulfill. The day is marked by big appetites and taking a big bite out of life. Both your love life and your financial life will be marked by stunning beauty, but you should take any overpowering charm with a grain of salt. During this time, it's possible that a lot of people are losing steam, but those who are managing to keep up have set a pace that won't be slowed down. The takeaway here is to limit one's consumption of resources and energy to that which is strictly necessary to accomplish the task at hand. The operations that start now will be the marathon runners of the future in the long run. The temperature of the flames produced by bank fires is very high.
Leo.
You exude a wholesome sense of self-assurance, and people around you have the impression that they can leave their lives in your capable hands. You are emotionally stable, calm, and content with the way that your life is currently unfolding, and you have no complaints about the way that things are currently going in your life. You do not have any objectives that you would like to accomplish in the not-too-distant future. You have a strong sense of judgment and discrimination in general, which enables you to make decisions that are insightful and provide others with advice that is insightful. It's possible that you'll come to the conclusion that the present moment is the best time to make a long-term investment for the sake of your family. More specifically, an investment that, over the course of time, will prove to be both lucrative and free of associated risks.
Virgo.
It's possible that your responsibilities and work are taking up the majority of your attention right now. That is completely understandable. There has never been a more critical time than now to keep all business-related communications, such as phone calls, filing, and correspondence, up to date. There has also never been a more important time to ensure that these things are kept up to date. Your sole goal is to achieve the highest possible level of output while simultaneously improving the quality of your performance to the highest level that a human being is capable of. Make the most of this opportunity to hone your writing skills and improve your ability to comprehend what you read. Doing so will benefit you. It's possible that you'll be able to process information faster and communicate your ideas and thoughts more clearly during this time.
Libra.
Before you can focus, you have to clear your mind. If you can't do this, you will never be able to line up the sights right. Right now, the most important thing is to stop paying attention to the details and let the white noise take over until something comes out of it, like a new person. Right now, this is the only way to meet the pressing need. The challenge is to let go of the safety of the boat and start swimming, to follow the swirls of the current until you feel the change in the water around you, to sense how close the shore is, and then to time your strokes to the sound of the waves on the beach. You won't have finished the challenge until you do that. It takes courage to know that there will be a solution even though there isn't one right now.
Scorpio.
Your thoughts at this very moment are fantastic, dreamlike, and very far away. As a result, developing your imagination and intuition will help you in any creative or artistic work you do. This affects both your capacity for practical reasoning and your ability to concentrate on the here and now. It is advised that you delay making any particularly important decisions at this time because you are currently experiencing some cloudiness in your perception of the facts. It would be wise to state your own needs and desires right now, as well as to let others know about them. You are articulate, incisive, sharp, and clear. You are prepared to engage in mentally taxing activities and to face difficult challenges at work, and you simply cannot stand to waste time at this point.
Sagittarius.
There is no better time than the present to broaden your horizons through experiences that take you to exotic locales, introduce you to fascinating new people, and teach you about other cultures and ways of life. There is no other time that is better than the present. First and foremost, keep in mind that during this time you will go through a period in which your sense of who you are will shift. Stop telling yourself things like, "I can't dance well, I am not good with numbers," or "I can't afford what I want," and replace those statements with "I can." Instead of telling yourself things like, "I can't afford what I want," replace those statements with "I can." You've come to the realization that concentrating your efforts on a select few key aspects will help you make the most of your opportunities and advance more quickly.
Capricorn.
It's possible that you opt for a more unconventional way of life, new job, relocation, etc. You are the only one who can decide what aspects of your life are the most important, as well as the best way to strike a balance between them all. When this astrological influence has passed, you will fare much better for yourself if you are creative, honest with yourself, and willing to go through some adjustments. Your priorities and outlook on life are going to have to shift in order for you to successfully navigate the transitions that are occurring in your life and the decisions that you are being forced to make. You are now able to look at your life from a broader perspective and search for a greater meaning in the experiences you have throughout your lifetime.
Aquarius.
People have a tendency to believe that the next step forward on the path represents both a blessing from the gods and permission from them to proceed. That may be the case, but in the future, Everyone on Earth will be held accountable for the standards that we establish here and now, and it's possible that reaching those standards won't be simple or even possible. It is easy to have unrealistic expectations of yourself and the people around you when you don't take into account the harsh but necessary aspects of reality and temptation that we all have to face every day. Being or acting like a high priest is appropriate at this time, however, you shouldn't sacrifice the person you see when you look in the mirror. To put it another way, light can deceive you in this way.
Pisces.
Because you are currently in a state in which you are daring and intrepid, you cannot tolerate delays, restrictions, or any form of authority that prevents you from behaving exactly as you please. This is because you are in a state in which you are daring and intrepid. Your need for personal freedom and insistence on your rights is becoming increasingly urgent, and it is likely that you will find yourself in a confrontation in which you will need to advocate for yourself. As a result of this, it is imperative that you insist on your rights. As a consequence of this, it is absolutely necessary for you to stand up for your legal rights. The following are some examples of tendencies that need to be closely monitored at the present time: rashness, sudden outbursts of anger or violence, and a tendency to try to do too much, too quickly. The aforementioned patterns of behavior are all examples of tendencies.